Everyone sees how you react in public, but not when you're alone. Silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom choosing where to stand. Not every noise deserves your energy or your peace. In the quiet, strength learns how to breathe again. Stay with me, and you'll see why calm minds hold the real power. And maybe that's where real power truly begins. Have you ever stayed silent, not because you didn't care, but because explaining yourself started to feel like shouting into wind? The world loves noise. The ones who speak, not the ones who listen. It rewards volume, not truth. Reaction, not reflection. Everyone wants to be understood, but few are willing to be still. So you learn to hold your words and breathe instead. To listen to what your heart says when no one else does. It's not giving up. It's growing into peace. Because peace doesn't argue, it simply understands. Like the ocean, calm on the surface, storms deep within. You've learned that calm doesn't mean you're empty. It means you carry depth the shallow can't see. Stillness is not silence. It's control wearing gentleness. And beneath that quiet, something begins to heal. In that depth, wisdom learns how to breathe again. They think calm people don't feel pain, but they do. They've just learned to hold it without letting it define them. Pain isn't proof of weakness, it's training for wisdom. The loud may look strong, but strength doesn't need an audience. An intelligent mind doesn't fight every battle it notices. It saves its fire for the moments that truly matter. Because not every storm deserves your thunder. And not every wound deserves a witness. Stillness is not the absence of emotion. It's self-control in motion. Even the ocean doesn't fight the storm. It lets the waves pass through. That's how the sea stays endless, by refusing to resist. The calm you see isn't born from ignorance, but from mastery. It's the strength of someone who has met chaos and bowed with grace. Every pause is a decision. Every silence a quiet power. People mistake silence for surrender, but it's actually selection. The wise don't hide. They observe, then act when it counts. Peace isn't passive. It's power, disciplined and deliberate. The real victory is not in reaction, but in restraint. Because when you master your silence, you master your power. And in that stillness, the storm finally loses its voice. Like the moon reflecting sunlight, calm minds reflect truth. They don't create noise. They mirror what's already clear. Wisdom doesn't rush to prove. It simply stands and shines. You've spent years explaining yourself to people who never heard. Now you're learning that silence says more than any defense. Peace has no need to argue. It simply understands and lets be. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's unclenching your hands to breathe. You're not losing power when you choose calm. You're refining it. Stillness doesn't mean you stopped caring. It means you see clearer. When you stop reacting, you start perceiving what's real. There's a wisdom born only in quiet observation. It's the kind that doesn't shout, but it changes everything. The world calls you cold, but maybe you're just done burning. Fire teaches warmth, but peace teaches endurance. True intelligence is knowing when to speak and when to stay still. Because silence isn't empty, it's full of understanding. It holds the echoes of every lesson pain once tried to teach. And if you listen close enough, it begins to sound like healing. Maybe that's what growth really is. Learning to breathe softly. To find peace not after the storm, but within it. When anger rises, pause before you let it speak for you. Not every spark deserves to become a fire you must control. Strength isn't found in shouting. It's in breathing through it. When judgment tempts you, listen deeper than your thoughts. Sometimes wisdom sounds like silence holding its ground. You win nothing by proving. You gain everything by staying calm. Peace is not passive. It's the most active choice of strength. Patience is power disguised as gentleness. Stillness isn't standing still. It's moving with intention. The loud demand attention. The wise command presence. Every deep breath is a quiet act of rebellion. Every pause says, I'm not losing myself for chaos again. The calm don't avoid storms. They anchor through them. Because control isn't dominance, it's direction. And the one who masters their silence masters their world. Even the sun must rest before it shines again. You don't lose power in stillness. You restore it. Silence was never weakness. It was wisdom waiting inside you. Peace doesn't prove itself. It simply becomes undeniable. Strength isn't noise. It's the choice to stay unshaken. You've learned that calm doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means everything is finding its rightful place. And maybe peace was the power you were chasing all along. Because the loudest strength is the one that never needs to shout. And in this silence, you finally hear yourself again. If this message found you in a quiet moment, keep it close. Share it with someone still learning to find their calm. Let peace travel softly from one heart to another. Because every silence carries a story worth remembering. Story light, where every silence finds its meaning.